All right, here we are under my bunk at the rear of the engine working on the dripless water seal. I love this thing, but after a few years, it needs a little maintenance. And I just whacked it, so it's leaking now. So what it does is this little part here presses, adds a little tension to push it up against this little part. And well, this is now old and needs to be replaced. We can't replace that without pulling the whole boat out of the water, so we're not going to replace that. We are going to replace it when we pull the boat out of the water in November, so that's a lot of months away. It only leaks when we have the motor on, so it's not as horrible a critical problem as it could be. But it is still a really bad problem because it sprays water everywhere and it can cause damage to the engine and all that other stuff. So what we're going to do is there are 4 pins along the outside here. We're going to pull those out and replace them with the brand new ones I bought. It's not a long-term solution. It's kind of a crappy solution, but one that hopefully lasts the couple of months that we need it to. So in great seriousness, since this doesn't leak unless we're motoring, and it only has to last till we get to Provincetown, so that's probably another 1,000 miles. And then in the fall when we turn around, because it'll sit all summer and we won't turn the motor on, so that'll be fine. And then we have to get to Belhaven to replace our motor. That's where I'm thinking we're going to do that. And so it'll need to last about another 1,000 miles. So 2,000 miles. Will this work to get us the amount of time we need? I think so, because we're not going to motor the whole 2,000 miles. So off we go. All right, well, that was a hot and sweaty job, mostly because I'm big. But we got it done, and it's no longer dripping or leaking, but you can see just how damaging having a shaft seal that leaks can be, because the coupler is all rusty. That's like 35 years old, so I would expect it to be a little rusty, but that transmission is only a few years old, and it's already showing signs of corrosion just from having this thing be leaky and spraying stuff for it really started leaking this fall. So about 1,000 miles, it got really bad. So at this point, I think we've solved the problem, because we got new fitting nuts and put a little blue Loctite on there, which came with the things. So it's definitely not going to get loose. I think the bigger risk would be if the coupler itself is damaged, or if the rubber bellows that sort of opens and closes this part right here, if that's squeezed too much and no longer has any resistance. Anyway, we are in a spot that gets waked far too much. We just got slammed. My stomach is not having fun in here, so I'm gonna let you go and take a break before I put everything back in my bunk. And people ask what cruising is like, and I tell them the joke about it being fixing your boat in exotic locations is not too far from the truth. Anyway, I will chat with you later. Bye.